excited for these 4 games at home? I mean, obviously, home court's been really good to you guys of late.
Yeah, I think we're finding the groove a little bit. Been playing well, but we got to keep it going. It's a tough one the other night to drop, and we got to pick it back up tomorrow. So they got the better of us there earlier in the season. So looking forward to having another crack at it and starting another win streak.
It's kind of weird they play all those guards. They have like 8 guards it seems. Like how hard are they to sort of guard or defend because they're unorthodox?
Yeah, they just play so fast, and they got so many shooters, and obviously Tyrese is having an all-star year, and Buddy's top of the league in threes. So they're doing a good job. They're tied in together. They're really hard to guard, and when they got it going, they're tough to slow down with the speed and the space that they create on the floor.
It's the McConnell kid got you guys big time in Indy that night. And Nick was saying, this guy you got a game plan for, even though he comes off the bench. What's he bring?
Well, he's a game changer. TJ's a game changer. He changes the pace. He's a different level of toughness and energy and grit and just making plays and making winning plays. And so you got to be able to match that somehow, some way. And again, you got to work him into the game plan and be ready for that because he does give them a different look. And, when he's on, they're a tough team to guard.
I'm not sure if you have any thoughts on Andrew Remhart, but for a pretty young guy, the way he's able to kind of manage a game on a point guard system. Any thoughts on him?
He's a good player. He's a really good player. I watched him in college, and he's having a really good rookie year. So, again, he's got a bright future ahead of him, and, I like him. I think he's a really good player.
So why do you think the season has turned around at home? Early in the year, you guys kind of scuffled a little bit at home. Like November, December, and now you're 7 in a row. And what do you think
it's just time. It's time for it, and the crowd and the city will reflect what we do. So when we play like and vice versa. So when we play our brand of basketball and we get it going in there, we got the right energy and spirit and energy, and just that winning atmosphere. We all can build on that, and it goes the other way sometimes too. The crowd is very anxious, so we got to do our part to put together the right type of atmosphere and play, and the crowd will follow suit, and it's a hard place to win when it's going good.
Hey Fred, maybe the flip side of that, the road record, not just for you guys, but league-wide. I think there's only 5 teams in the East over 500 at home. There's 1 in the entire West. Kind of age-old question, but what is it about going on the road that it's not as easy to transfer what you do?
Yeah, some of it's probably just due to the parity in the league itself, with the records being what they are. And then, I would imagine that the scheduling has something to do with it as well. We're seeing a different type of schedule this year and playing some of the teams back-to-back in the same city. So, there's all type of factors that go into it. You would like to be, one of the better teams on the road. I think it translates, and I think it shows well for the playoffs if you can go into, a road atmosphere and get tough wins. But, it's been pretty low this year, league-wide.
You found Precious on the roll a couple times last game. How do you feel like his offense is coming along after a few days off?
His offense? Yeah, he's doing good. He's got to continue to find those pockets and just find what shots make sense for him. Obviously we know what he can do above the rim, but there's a ton of other shots that he can find out there, and just really just watch Jakob and watch how he finds the creases and be able to roll through the pockets and find the short floater or jump hook. So I thought he's going to have to play to find that rhythm and energy, but I think for him just continuing to roll through those pockets and develop and find the right reads, he can make every play in there. He's just got to get the reps.
Fred, obviously there's no place like home, but why do you think the contrast between the home and road record is so different?
I don't have a great answer for that. At this point of the season, I don't really care. We just got to get every win that's in front of us. It's been up and down all year, but we've been playing good basketball as of late, so I'm just trying to focus on that and continue to get as many wins as possible.
Does getting into that 7 or 8 spot, is that the short-term goal? Do you weigh that pretty?
I think we should climb as far as we can get. I don't know, we got 10 left. I'd like to get all 10 of them and see where we end up. So that's got to be our goal is get every one, and you got to take one at a time. So Indiana's next up, and we got to put all our focus on them and get ready for a good one tomorrow night.
When it comes to your guys' defensive system, no one would describe it as conservative, but with OG, he usually has the primary wing matchup. Do you think you guys are letting him play a little bit more one-on-one this year as compared to last year, more double teams, stuff like that?
I think in general we just focus on guarding the ball probably over the last 2 months a little bit more than let the adjustments be adjustments and not make the adjustments the whole entire game plan. So With systems and different things, players can get lazy and just, get locked into, the coach told us to send them this way, so we sent them this way. But I think just locking in and guarding the ball, obviously having a player like that is a great luxury because you know that you don't have to help as much when he's on a guy. So, yes, to answer your question, yes. But I think team-wide, I think our on-ball defense has gotten a little bit better over the last couple weeks.
Have you ever taken a look at what Atlanta and Miami are doing?
I watch Miami because of Kyle, obviously, but no, not too much. I mean, it's gonna go however it's gonna go. I think we gotta focus on what we can control, and I'm just locked into what I can do to help this team win. And whatever those two, hopefully they lose them all, but whatever they do, we can't control that.
Precious, Nick was just saying that he was happy with your all-around game in Milwaukee. When you get an opportunity like that after a couple games of being out of the rotation, what's the focus for you? What are you trying to do when you get out there?
Just play.
Is there anything specifically that you're hoping to show in that situation?
No, just play the game, things happen. You just gotta, be professional. Just trust what the coaching staff is, doing, and just go out there and play.
Has it been a difficult few weeks just in terms of staying ready while the rules kind of fluctuated a little bit?
It's just part of the game, things happen. It happens everywhere, You just gotta, like I said, part of what we do, being professional and just coming in, doing your job, control things you can control.
Fred was talking about working with you on the pick and roll and learning from Yak. Is there stuff you picked up from him? You guys hooked up on a couple of those the other night.
Well, yeah, watching him, learning from him, and just picking up on things as the season goes along.
What specifically?
Just angles, the angles he chose to roll based on how the defense is guarding him, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Nick's kind of made clear that he sees you as someone that's going to be defending wings a lot, getting you away from playing the five. Do you like having that clarity?
It don't matter to me. I'm comfortable guarding all positions. I've shown it in the past. I've guarded 1 through 5s, so to me it don't really matter. But like I said, just trusting the coaching staff, they're trying to do what's best for us to win games. That's the most important thing right now, trying to put us in the best position as we can, put ourselves in the best position possible.
Kind of proven several times now that you can be pretty effective in how you approach defending Giannis. What is the key to going up against that?
Just playing. He's a very forceful player, so you just gotta kind of slow him down instead of letting him pick up a lot of speed. And he's really strong, athletic, and just try to slow that down. So yeah.
Is he the toughest guard in the NBA?
Say that again?
Is he the toughest guard in the NBA?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to guard every single person for me to be able to say that. But he's up there though.
Yeah, he did not practice today. The MRI was clear that he had. He's still pretty sore. I think he's day to day. I think there's going to be another evaluation here this afternoon. But right now he's day to day and questionable.
Not having him would obviously, I presume, put Gary back in with that starting unit, or is he so valuable with the second unit he might look other ways?
I think it probably puts him back in there. Kind of the way we played the other night. There's some pretty good rhythm with those guys there, and they've been out there together a lot. I think it probably keeps them there, and see who else we can get in the mix.
Is there a concern then with that second group? Gary was the guy who kept the scoreboard clicking over his head.
Yeah.
Is there a concern that someone has to assume that kind of role?
Well, I don't know about that. I figure we'll probably have to do some, rotation-wise, do something a little more creative or different. Maybe he starts and gets out and rejoins that group or something like that, or Fred or Pascal or OG does. So we'll see.
You were happy with Precious' minutes in Milwaukee. What did you like about what he was able to do out there?
Well, I just thought he played a good all-around game, Josh. I thought, he was good defensively. He was fighting hard down there. I thought he was just, in sync on offense as well. just playing solid, and that's kind of like the first step always after, if you're trying to get back in the rotation or struggling a little bit, to play solidly, and I thought he did that.
How important is it for you guys to grab at least 7 or 8 in this process? Obviously 6 would be nice, but just to have a situation where you have 2 cracks at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. I think, I look at it from this way, like I think it goes maybe even a half a step further. I mean, you can't look further, but what I say is this team needs playoff experience, right? So getting in the series is really what we're after. So obviously 6 is the goal. Anything close to 6 is better, as we all know. And we just got to keep playing them. We just got to keep playing them. We're going to have to get something done here in these last 10.
How closely are you paying attention to what's going on around the East at this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty close, right? I think watching all the teams that are in the mix, and especially they're playing some of the teams we got playing coming up, kind of playing against each other, etc. So, yeah, well, you're watching it for sure. Each night something happens, movement-wise, a little bit.
To the point you were just making about playoff experience.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a fan culture, a media thing, or some players and coaches even, where it's like championship or bust, right? And like I know that's the end goal, obviously, all the time. But can you speak to again just the playoff experience and how much that matters to a young player, to a young team that you're trying to build, to give them a taste of what it's like, even if it's not the ultimate end dream?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that just addressing that, I think, on the first level of it, I know that playoff basketball experience is really invaluable, right? I think that's why I say that first and foremost. And I also would say that we feel if we get in a playoff series that we're not afraid of anybody, right? And I think that we're a hard out. I think we'll put some defensive issues in front of people, and things like that. So, I think that I always say we need the playoff experience, but once you get in it, obviously the goal is to get out, figure out a way to get out of the series and keep advancing. So there's a lot there looking down the road, but you got to kind of keep your eye on what's in front of you first, right?
You guys have been so good at home. Obviously, in that vein, you got 4 straight here, and 4-game winning streaks seem to do a lot. Can make a big difference.
Yeah.
In the way things set up.
Yep, for sure. You're right. We've really played, I think, with good energy and command of the game here at home a lot. And there's a great opportunity here in front of us to improve on that or keep doing that or whatever it is, and play with great excitement and energy. I think is taking us a long way at home. Yep.
I think going back to the playoff experience, do you think there's things that Scotty and Precious have taken from the experience last year to these games with these big stakes right now?
I don't know about that. I mean, Scotty didn't get a ton last year, right? I mean, how many games did he miss? Yeah, I mean, so he's only got a few under his belt. But listen, I think that those guys need all the experience they can get and the minutes and court time and all that stuff. And again, I think those are kind of guys we're talking about that need to be in those games. Yeah.
And with Precious not having got playing time, and then you anticipated him playing against Milwaukee, how important was it for you to get him in a matchup where he can look back and say, this is something I've been effective at, this is something I can be successful at?
Well, I think that when maybe we've been our best or he's been important to us, and maybe those things are related, that he's been one of our big athletic defensive wings. We talk about being able to do so much because of having those guys, and he needs to be a part of that, right? And that to me is what, I mean, it's fairly limited role, but it's super important. It kind of gives our team a little edge on some of the coverages and things we can do, is what ends up, being a factor in games. So it's just where I'm trying to get them, man. I'm just trying to get them back in that mix to be a valuable part of our defense and on the glass, and then an opportunity offensive player. Some nights it's there, some nights there's some dump offs, some nights there's some drives, some nights there's not much. right? But we need you in some of those role areas as well, like each night.
Fred was just saying here that the last couple of months there's been an increased emphasis on kind of one-on-one defense guarding the ball rather than kind of relying back on the systems and game plan, stuff like that. Is some of that because of OG and the way he's able to kind of stay in front of the best opposing players that has allowed you to maybe go down that road a bit more?
Well, yeah, a little bit. He's certainly done a great job individually matched up. I think that Jakob's presence has helped that a lot too. I think we stay a little bit more in standard coverages with him, and he's got some more rim protection and things in his game. So, yeah, but Fred's right. Like we've tried to, I guess, sit down and guard the ball, man. You know, and handle less switching and some of that kind of stuff, just to foundationally build a little bit.
And then Andrew Denmark, can I just ask you about him? I
Yep.
know he was one of the final cuts
Yep.
in the Olympic qualifier. What do you like about his game and at such a young age?
Been super impressed with him. I just think overall, floor game, I thought he always kind of had that. He's got a kind of a good point guard sense and leadership sense and feel for the game. I like his aggressiveness. I thought maybe that was one thing through his college years as he was younger, that he could probably make and take more opportunities for himself and create more. I think he likes to create for others, but I like he's getting to the rim, he's shooting threes, doesn't hesitate, he's shooting them well. He's become a offensive factor, so he's really improved himself.